Okay guys, this is Kyle from securedsurrounding.com. Just wanted to kind of go over a keypad install with you for one of these DSC Power Series systems. So what I've got here, this is a PK5501, and this model of keypad is strictly for wired devices. If there's a couple other options, there's an RFK 5501 as well, and that has a wireless receiver in it, so you can use wireless hardware. And there's a couple other options here as well. There's a PK 5500, which is a full message keypad rather than this one is just kind of icons on it. Yeah, so basically what we've got is they all kind of look the same at the on the back here. We have the red, black, yellow, green, where your 4 wires are going to get inputted to. There's a PZ here. If you're using this, you can use this for a like a door, as a zone if you'd like, where you can run. You can run a wire for a device back to this. So say you have a 16/16 panel, there's only 6 hardwired zones on that. You can use a 7th, if you need a 7th device, you can wire it back to the keypad, set this as an input, and use this as one of your zones. So it's nice they have that another option there for if you're running out of zones. So what I'll do is I'll just go over the kind of the wiring and the install of these things and show you what's going on. Okay guys, so my plan here is this is the main stairway at the front of the house, and my plan is to put the keypad just about chest height on this wall right here, and I have concrete, like a concrete wall. I need to get into the basement on the other side here. I've got concrete on the bottom, but if I come around to our other side here, our plan will be to come out where the baseboards are going to be. This is a renovation, so it's nice when you have the baseboards off and you're able to get downstairs with this method. And it'll be similar to what we did. We had to run some new electrical here. So similar to that, we can come in below where the baseboards are and get into the cavity where the rim joist is downstairs, and then we can pull our wiring down that way. So that's kind of the plan. If you have a flex bit like this, these are really handy for getting downstairs. You can kind of almost twist this in on the bottom here, and then we'll fish up to the other side of the wall and get out to our keypad that way. Okay, so we made it through here, and I ended up having to punch a little bigger hole than I was hoping to, because there was another wall in here I had to get through. But yeah, we made it through. We got our fish tape and came down underneath where the baseboard's going to be. We just attached to the our quad here, our 4-conductor wiring. And then we're just going to pull this down, and then we'll get the other end of this this wiring down to the basement, and we'll hook everything up. Okay, so yeah, I know it's a little bit tough to see here, but we came down from upstairs, and if you remove that little bit of rigid insulation, there's a good 6 inches where you can come down, depending on the house, but you should have plenty of room coming down that way. And then yeah, we just tied everything in and stapled it in nice, and then we're just going to follow this under some ductwork. Keep following here, and we end up coming in with the rest of a bunch of low voltage stuff, and then down to where we're going to hang the switch and control panel, and all the internet and phone and everything is coming here. So just make sure you label everything correctly. I usually just use throw KP in a couple spots on there, so that sometimes these can get worn off. So it's always good to, you know, put it in two places with some black marker, and you'll be all set for when you need to hang the panel. Okay, so what I like to do here is we just take our cover on our keypad cover, or the back of the keypad, the mount, and there's a knock through right here, so you can just knock that out there. And what I like to do is put our little laser level on top here. Not a laser level, our 1 foot level, and get everything nice and even. And then just put a couple marks when everything's nice and level. Put a couple marks on our four kind of spots that we're going to screw down. I'm going to bring that down. And you can screw these out, but actually this is old plasterboard. It might be better to... Alright, so all I'm using is these little yellow mounting plugs. You can get them at Home Depot or Lowe's or wherever. Just toss those in there. It's a good idea to get something flat and punch them in. That's okay. And all we need is 4 drywall screws. Usually work. I've got drywall screws all over the place, so I usually just take 4 drywall screws. Mount it as flush as possible, as level as possible. Keep your level close here. There, make sure you're good and level. And that's it for that setup of the mount. Okay, so all I've done here is the mount is up and ready. I stripped back our red, black, yellow, green. We're not using anything, we're not putting a zone on the keypad right now. So all we got to do here is, if you can usually just put some of this wiring back in, and then your bottom goes in first, and your top just snaps in like that, and you're all set to go. And then now your keypad is good, and everything's good and level here, and you should be all set. If you need to get this off again, there's two little spots right here. Just take a small screwdriver and pry up, and that thing comes right off. And then just take your piece of tape there off, and you're good to go. Yeah, so that's basically all there is to this, to these installs of these keypads. I went over a little bit earlier, but there are multiple different kinds. Some have a wireless receiver in it, the RFK 5501 and the RFK 5500. Those ones, you need to get a wire from the control panel to the RFKs, and then from there they're able to communicate with the wireless devices on your, like if you want to install wireless contacts or motions or anything. There is another keypad that has it's completely wireless. That's the WT 5500. That one, you need a transceiver at the control panel though, for it to communicate with the transceiver. The wireless receiver in the keypad, the WT 5500, going down to the panel. So there's a couple different things there. Just let me know if you have any questions about any of that stuff, and you can either comment below or come and see us at securedsurrounding.com, and you know, we can go over, just send me a message if you like, and I'll try to help out. Okay, thanks very much.